This was her second at the first.
Starting the day with that big lead. Saw that some of the chasers were going out hot early, that there were low scores to be had on this golf course today.
And get it to 12 under par. She started the week on Thursday with 9 putts on her front 9 en route to a 63. Here's her second at the third.
You don't need a lot of putts when you hit it as close as this one's going to end up.
The players have figured them out quickly. This at the par 3 fourth for another one.
Delicate putt down the hill, perfect pace, dead center.
She's a straight hitter, a great putter. Has not been a big part of her repertoire through the year. She's gained a bit of strength in the offseason and eagles the fifth. She's 5 under through 5. 61 in a major championship back when she was a teenager. Went on to win it there in Evian. Again, Morgan?
This is a dream she does not want to wake up from. What a start. 6 under through her first 6 holes. Gone down a little bit. It was a bit of a scorcher the first couple days, but that's made the greens slightly more receptive as well.
And Kay Cockrell is following the leader, who is putting on an absolute clinic, Kay.
She sure is. It's been delightful to watch her play. She's making golf look easy right now. Look like a good swing. Needs to get up a little.
They almost always look like a good swing from Hyo Joo.
Yeah.
They're always so simple and repeatable.
Might kick it down to the left if she doesn't get enough on this.
Pretty good shot from there.
Really good, Morgan.
Safe play, just a little bit left. Not trying to flirt with the bunker.
Wow. There's a shocker.
Just too much pace. Just played it outside the hole. That's not the one you expect her to miss.
No, Gino, same thing. It got out of position off the tee.
She's birdied this hole each day. Back right hole location. Gonna try to feed it in from the left.
Distance control.
Kind of putting through the shadows. Well, she played for some right to left movement that really wasn't much there.
It wasn't until after the hole that finally started to break.
And back on the tee, Hyo Joo Kim.
Another beautiful drive. You have to guard against the false front. Easy to go past the hole here.
That's a safe play. Really can't get too aggressive with that false front. Brings that front left bunker into play.
Has to play it out to the right. Get it to crest over the hill softly. Something like this. Morgan, you know how hard it is to lag putt from distance on difficult greens.
It's not that hard for Hyo Joo. I mean, she is just so confident with that new putter that you mentioned in her bag, and this is very impressive.
Over the winter, and I asked her on the range what specifically did she do, and she said she started doing pull-ups and really focusing on her upper body to gain more upper body strength. And she reckons she's gained a half a club to a club with her irons, and certainly driving it.
Being able to win my first tournament, I'm sure she didn't like it, but it was pretty special to be able to beat Kathy Whitworth for once.
And you denied her an 89th win. And there's Hyo Joo, who shot 61, all-time major championship record. All right, here's Hyo Joo Kim's third at the 10th, and it did drip into the rough.
It was not the best of lies, but she managed that really well.
You know, he's been there before, and Hyo Joo's been there before. She's got one of the best putting strokes.
Well, and when you can hold, when you can hold breaking putts with speed like that.
This is a little hotter than we usually have at this time of the year, but you know, we always played at Lake Merced where everybody was all bundled up, and now I think they thought that's where they were coming. But we have a great golf fans, and I was out there with the juniors today, the little kids out there, and
This one snuck by that right tree.
Okay, back at the 11th, Hyo Joo Kim.
Up very close to the lip, so she just had to lob wedge it out of there. We'll have a long shot in for her third. Great thing about Hyo Joo is her demeanor is so even-keeled. She doesn't let one mistake move into the next shot.
yeah, and I think sometimes, sometimes you can't teach that. I mean, it's just, you know, you're born into that. I mean, I always...
And the challenge of it.
Well, you know, you look at it, okay, I got the lead, but I don't know. I think sometimes you can just play too defensive, and I've never been one to play defensive. I've always been kind of an aggressive player.
She aimed way over there.
Oh, and that came out soft. Really unpredictable out of that lie.
This looks fairly straightforward, Kay. What do you think?
Yeah, overall, little more than 20-yard pitch shot.
And it is Hyo Joo.
Just her outlook, her mental approach. And a little bit of sloppy golf. And Morgan, that's what these 4 holes on this backside, 10, 11, 12, 13, can do to you. They're real tricky. It's easy to make bogeys without hitting a terrible shot. Little breeze freshening, hurting from the left slightly. Well, that swing right there looked like an easy little wedge swing, Morgan.
2 yards of curve. Look at this shot. Wow.
And she does regroup, and she'll have a tap-in birdie. Okay, we've already given this to her. There it is. Hyo Joo Kim.
It's just been interesting to watch Kay, how she all day, you know, hasn't hit any kind of a panic button similar to what she did yesterday.
Yep, that's dead center perfect.
It's worth noting she fell behind yesterday at one point. 2 over through her first 8 holes, and then 4 under the rest of the way.
Carried it about 5 paces too far, but as we said, that's kind of the safe play when you can't really see.
The leader, Hyo Joo Kim, for birdie at 14.
Yeah, just outside of 25 feet, Grant. It was pretty level putt. Maybe it looked to her slightly downhill, but pretty level. Wedge in hand. 124 yards to the hole.
Yeah, there's no question that's a better spot than where we saw Gino play from on the right. Aggressive play.
Wedge in hand. 124 yards to the hole.
Yeah, there's no question that's a better spot than where we saw Gino play from on the right. Aggressive play. You can see she was watching it anxiously, but it's going to work out nicely.
Hole's almost tilted a bit from front to back. And I think she had a good sense of that read there, Morgan, just lacked the speed.
I mean, like I said with the group before, there's only been 3 birdies there all day, even when you do find the putting surface, Kay. Love to be back.
5 years since the last stroke play event. You did have the Hanwha Life Plus International Crown at Harding Park a couple of years ago.
And that event's going to return to the Bay Area to Lake Merced Golf Club, which will be great.
We haven't seen Lake Merced since the Reno.
Strength that she has, she's getting more height on her shots. So it shouldn't be a problem.
Trouble with the height of that tree, and this should use the slope and come back nicely.
Here it
In
comes.
A similar place to where we saw Nelly make birdie from.
Getting better.
It's interesting. It's like a full 5 to almost 10 seconds before you hear the crowd reaction as the ball.
Yeah, she's pretty good at figuring it out. She figured out the mountains of Evian in France when she was just a teenager, won a major championship.
She landed it almost into the upslope before the crest of that hill. Perfect shot.
Okay. Made bogey here yesterday, and when she did, she actually was trailing at the time. Now 24 hours later, she's up by 5.
These bunkers are so penal, especially when you get up under the lip, as she learned on 11.
Yeah, that's pulled. That's going to jump left, most likely.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she heads to the range after this, just to straighten that out.
It's always better to take a little more lofted club to ensure you get the height you need out of this rough.
Well, for her, this is scoring position. She holed out her third on Thursday for an eagle.
The difficulty here, Kay, is with this upslope, controlling the spin with that severe false front on this green.
Didn't seem overly impressed, but well, she did all of her work today early in terms of the movement up the leaderboard. 6 under through 6, even par the rest of the way, but some important birdies when things maybe weren't going perfectly, Morgan, throughout the afternoon.